welcome back to your time with DocSquared. My name is Dr. Michelle van Tonder, and I'm sitting here with
Dr. Anthony van Tonder.
Awesome. Now, in today's session, I'm going to be asking Doc Ant, why is it important for individuals like yourself and like myself to have a coach? So, from a coaching perspective, as a established coach, an international coach, and a coach that has been doing also a lot in relationships as well as executives and corporate executives and helping them to run their businesses. Now, why is it important for a person who thinks that they actually know everything to actually have a coach?
Well, what comes to my mind is the word next level. Because you see, all of us basically have got to get a set of skills and gifts and talents, and all of those comprise to make who you are. But the problem is, many people don't know what to do with what they know. Therefore, you get to a point where you sort of get stuck a little bit. And yes, you're doing what you're doing, but I mean, who wants to be half effective? Don't you really want to be fully effective? So to me, it was next level. If you want to really just break through and go next level, you need to consider getting a coach.
And the reason being is because we learn a lot of information, and a tendency, things that you and I've seen over the years, is that people forget to go back to the basics, because we build on the basics all the time and we forget about what the basics are. So having said what you've just said, it is important to understand that you're going to keep them on track to what?
Well, with accountability. That's what it is. You're talking about the effect, and that is that if you keep anybody accountable to getting and keeping to the basics, it's really a practical application of knowing what to do, when to do, how to do, because you are now guided by someone who's been there. Because you need to know that there's literally two kind of approaches. The one approach is I can basically just say to you, go do the following, or I can actually lead you because I have been there by myself. You know, that's the difference between when we go on holiday. So what I'm talking about is, do you want to be led by the tour guide who's been there, or the travel agent who just knows all the right places?
Absolutely. But I think I definitely would rather go with the tour guide, because then that way I know that I'm looking at the right things.
See, and a coach is normally a person who just somehow has got a set of gifts and skills to lead others, and in essence, to facilitate you. Is to facilitate you to go to the next level. They just know that the answer is within you. All they have to do is to get and basically untap it, get it to come out. And that is the purpose of coaching. It's literally to drill down and help you dig out what is lying there as something of value. It's just a set of values.
So, Dr. Ant, in your coaching style, because every coach has their own coaching style. So in your coaching style, do you go in and say, okay, Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. So-and-so, now you're going to listen to me. This is our program. This is what we're going to follow, irrespective of where you actually want to go and what your story is? Or do you say, hold on a second, this is your issue you're dealing with today, and where are we going to go from here? So which way is your way that you like tapping into?
Well, let me just first say that you've just dispelled what is the problem with so many coaches out there. Many coaches out there work according to a template. And it's literally like all they do is they focus on going through the cookie jar of going tick, 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 I've done it.
Yes.
Well, that's level one coaching. But if you work with a specialist that's been around, coaching is really developed around you and your need. Yes, you have a template approach initially to understand certain basics that need to be covered to get to the crux of the matter. But an experienced coach will know how to dig in where you need help. That's the true essence of coaching.
So am I hearing you say that the difference is that, because I've had a coach before where they've come online and I can see they're reading a script, I can see they just want that answer, and they're not actually, at the end of the day, I don't feel like I've been helped. Versus you're saying, hold on, I still have a guideline of where I've got to go, because we've got to stick to basics. True. But at the end of the day, how are you going to make sure that you have gone from where you are here to a little bit towards your next level by the time, so you feel you've achieved something at the end of a session? Am I right in hearing you say that?
Absolutely. For instance, if you are sitting on a table and you feel like apples, and somebody forces an orange down your throat, how do you feel? Yes, you fed, but you're not satisfied because you didn't get what you wanted. Therefore, I can tell you, with me as a coach, my secret sauce is helping your needs analysis. I look at what is your need and how you need to be directed and guided. I think that makes a difference with why coaches come to me to be coached. Because somehow they know how to follow the template, but they don't know how to get to the essence of really pulling out what is necessary to go to the next level.
So would you say that your series on relation shift legacy could be possibly your part of your secret sauce?
That's why it is, because so many people are in a relationship, but who of them are effective? So until you go in your relationship to a shift, you cannot get to the next level. And that's why so many people, I can tell you now, many people that I've had the privilege of marrying are still together. Why? They went through a relation shift before they even got married, because I prepared them for marriage through the essence of communication, etc., but at the level where their need was being met towards each other. Because I can tell you now, there's a big difference between a male and a female. You know, we are so logically driven, and you guys are emotional, and man is like, just get over it. And you go like, what?
Yeah, no, I'm not getting over it.
And that's when the fight started. So coaching is required to literally delve into the essence of the requirement or the basic need, and then build out in terms of now, how do you take the need and put it into action?
So one of the things I've observed that Doc Ant does extremely well, and that is he does not start with you until he helps you to understand who you are. Am I right?
Quite correct. Because the thing is, you have been bombarded through life, and you've been shaped and formed by so many influences. What your school teacher told you, your role model you had in your father, what society is teaching you. But the thing is, you have a profile, and therefore you need to know from a profiling point of view who you are. In fact, it's a little bit deeper than that. It's whose you are. When I get to the essence of that, I can tell you that I get the diamonds. In fact, I'm sort of a diamond polisher.
Absolutely.
In a sense. You know,
Definitely.
if you want to tell me, there are 3 stages that I use.
Yeah. Please share with us.
Okay, the stage 1 is I look at you and you look like a piece of coal, but I break off the edges. Now that hurts, because nobody wants to have things broken off them. But there's things that we need to leave behind us because they are not helping us going forward. The next stage I use is I basically buff you. And then you start seeing emerging, oh, this is a gemstone. And you see that you have got value. But the last stage is the most exciting stage for me. And that's where I polish you to shine brilliantly. And I can tell you, that way, you have value, and your value shines to the world. This is a needy world, and the world needs you.
They need you. And I was coached personally by Doc Ant myself many years ago, 20-something years ago, where I could not even read in public. And now I speak in public. So he has really taken this rough piece of coal, chipped and cracked and whatever I had to do, was not nice, to who I am today. So coaching is very, very important. So if you want to be coached by Doc Ant or just learn a little bit more, please hop onto our website, growthhabits.online, book your session, book your hour session with him, even if it's just the first one, to get to understand who you are and why you function the way you do.
In fact, I'll make it worth your while. The first 30-minute session will be absolutely no charge. Then we'll take it seriously, because if I cannot add value in your life in 30 minutes, I will not be able to coach you to the next level.
Okay, there you have it. So go book your free 30-minute online session with Doc Ant, and we look forward to seeing how you grow as an individual.